What's going on, everybody? It's your man Cleveland Terry, and we are at the FaZe booth at Namm 2025, where FaZe has released a brand new updated unit to their already great FaZe remotes, and now we have the FaZe Pro. So we're going to show you a little bit of the way it looks and everything, but I want to take you over to one of the the partnership manager, Luke. Nice to meet you, pal. Thank you for hanging out. I'm good. So tell me why you guys decided, not only to upgrade, but to go so much farther than expected.
Well, basically, the first thing is that we realized that every DJ is unique. We've conducted a lot of interviews, and all the time they've got specific needs in terms of setup, habits, whatever they want.
Right.
Then second thing is the fact that DJs, they're obsessed with performance. With FaZe, we solve many issues when it comes to DVS, but still, the most demanding DJ, they need some more,
Yes, absolutely.
And then the third thing is that FaZe is a startup within the tech, and we wanted to implement somehow all the modern technologies into the next project.
Okay, gotcha.
So due to those three reasons, we came with FaZe Pro.
Gotcha. Now, the FaZe Pro is obviously well beyond what the original ones were ever doing. But what are the top things that you're bringing to this new device that is going to give DJs a reason to even upgrade?
I can give you my top three features.
Perfect.
So I think you've got the most obvious one, the touchscreens.
Yes.
So those ones, they are 100% customizable. We wanted DJs to be able to create their own remotes.
Okay.
So basically, you can put some MIDI buttons, you can put your logo, you can put some text, your battery level, whatever you want.
Okay.
So to do that, we had also to rework FaZe Manager. That comes with your customization center.
Gotcha.
You can just design the remote that you want.
Okay, gotcha.
Second thing, we heard you guys, the battery life.
Okay.
We now have an extended battery life of 15 hours per remote with the screens turned on.
With them on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now keep in mind, guys, how long do the original FaZe
it
on
was
average?
between 8 and 10 hours.
Yes. So I know that a lot of people, like myself, have two sets of FaZe. And because we wanted to make sure that we were able to use them throughout the night or maybe the next day.
Yeah.
This kind of alleviates the reason for having to keep those two. I'm not trying to take sales away from you. But, for some people, it's a deciding factor, and especially when the cost is higher, you have to be able to justify a little bit why you're upgrading. So perfect. So number three,
wireless technology. So what we've done with FaZe Pro is that we rebuilt completely all the architecture within it to make it more powerful, more accurate and faster.
Okay, gotcha.
So about the wireless technology, we added an extra antenna, and that will expand the radio transmission zone between the remotes and the receiver, maximizing the data exchange in the most extreme environments.
I see.
We wanted that to be 100% reliable.
For everybody that's thinking about wireless technology, that means interference also. So not only are you getting a stronger connection, but the cell phones, the whole bunch of radio frequencies that are in the air that might have caused you problems before, this is going to fix that with the extra antenna in there, and just obviously just a better analysis of the channels.
And so I mentioned earlier, the fact that we wanted to integrate some modern technologies as well.
Right.
What we've done is that FaZe Pro comes now with machine learning as well.
Okay.
And what is doing that machine learning?
Right.
It calculates over 2,000 parameters in real time to make sure that the radio transmission, the radio frequency you're using is the best one, the most optimized one.
Gotcha. Now the retail price is $800.
So it's not a final retail price.
Okay,
We've got an
gotcha.
indicative price, which is $800 USD. Should be around that price.
Okay.
And regarding the release date, spring 2025.
Spring 2025. So that's just around the corner, a couple of months.
Tomorrow.
So I have them on record. They're coming out tomorrow. No problem at all. Also, one of the things he hasn't mentioned, but they are smaller now too. The box, the receiver, this is considerably smaller and thinner than the original. It's night and day difference. And then the phases themselves are also thinner and very well balanced as always.
We've used some premium aluminum as well. If you can just imagine that you've got a phase essential there. The spindle is a bit higher as well.
Okay.
As we reworked all the power management system, we had to adapt as well the way the remote looks. But I mean, yeah, brand new design.
The one question I know people are going to have is the displays, because they are touch displays. While you have your logo on top of it, how easy is it to see like your battery status?
This is a brand new version of Phase Manager.
Right.
So the first view you get is the dashboard, which is pretty much similar to the previous version. You've got the remote information, battery level, all about the receiver as well, the firmware update you're using. But what's super interesting is that menu, Customize, the customization center.
Okay.
So here you'll be able to create your own template.
Nice.
So what you do, you just create a new one, and then you've got three types of modern and of modules. You've got the status module with the deck info, battery level.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got the action modules with the MIDI buttons, and then the branding modules with the logo. And free text.
Gotcha.
So you told me just before that you wanted a logo and the battery level.
Yes.
So basically about the battery level, we're gonna put that one. You just drag and drop it
Okay.
over there. And then about the logo, I want it pretty big, so I'm gonna select that one right there.
Then you add it in right there. Okay.
You go in your library,
Nice.
select obviously the Phase logo, and then you can also, make it bigger, make it smaller.
Okay.
You can even rotate it.
Oh, you can rotate it too.
So
Great.
I mean, 100% customizable.
Okay. Excellent.
So this is the first, first thing you can do. Then you apply the templates, and it will be saved for your remote A.
Right.
That's great.
And then you have it looks like you have multiples, so you can choose whichever one. Like you can flip them around. Okay.
So you're gonna have three of them in each remote, and basically what you'll do, just swiping between them.
Oh, nice. Okay, gotcha.
Talk a little bit about the MIDI buttons.
Okay.
So here what you can do, it's also select the size of the MIDI button that you want to create,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will be assignable on Serato directly, and you can put whatever you want.
I see. Okay.
So about those MIDI buttons, they are also 100% customizable, so you can rename them. If you want a cue point, you're gonna say cue. And
Oh, nice. Okay.
the play icon. And then you've got your cue button.
Okay.
You can do that with stems, you
Right.
can do that with some effects, some samples, recording, pretty much everything.
So the question is, do I want to use the cue on the actual devices here? So if I want to go to 2, it's pretty easy to see. I mean, it's still pretty responsive. Now, the buttons are very small, so the fact that they are spinning does lead you to feel like you're not actually going to be touching them. I would say that because you can customize them, I would probably keep maybe one of the buttons larger so it's easier. I'd probably stay one button instead of the 2, or maybe a battery feedback and a button on there, but you can customize them, and that's what makes it very, very cool. So, but the fact that I'm here, like for me, in all honesty, what I would use the button for, just for me, is I would have my silent cues on here. So it's just an easy, bam, I know what it is, I know what I want to do with it. I would keep my cue points being my cue points, and then with stems, that's another option too. If you want to do just straight acapella, so I would keep it to more of a one-button solution. But I love what's going on here. I love the fact that you got some extra branding, and then you can actually put that with the design of your turntables and really connect the whole thing. But the size, the weight, I love how much thinner they are, and they're still about the same weight as far as the remote is concerned, but it does feel there is a premium to this. I mean, there's a reason that it's called Pro. So the premium is what I like about this. It feels really, really good, and I think, and like I said, this case, the size of this case is so much thinner. The size of this case, and it feels light. When it's in my bag, I can feel it in my bag, the original one. This one can definitely fit in a pocket a little easier, especially if you're using like a jetpack bag or something like that and they have the pockets. This will slide right in. Not to say that the other one was humongous, but it definitely is better now. And you know, the feel of them, if you use Phase once, you're gonna feel the same way. The difference is you get less of that concern that, oh my God, I'm gonna lose the connection, or every so often, you know, you're playing with them and then they just aren't working the way they're supposed to. Well, I think on the second version, they fixed that with the added antennas, with the added AI technology that's allowing you to choose the best frequency for the area that you're in, because that's key. You know, you never know what area you're going to be in, and you might get into a place and it's just, you know, wireless frequencies everywhere, and you're getting this thing that's in the way. So the fact that it's able to kind of in real time change it up whenever it needs to, that's fantastic. So I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. As I said before, once I get them in house and then we start taking them out and actually using them in the real world, just getting a feel, I think that's when we're really going to be able to give a true review. But this is a worthy update and a worthy reason to call them pros. Namm 2025 at the Phase booth. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk a little later. Peace out.